We are moments away from high school football here at Jarvis Stadium in Ansonia. The Crusaders of Holy Cross have won the opening coin flip, and they have elected to receive. Back deep for the Crusaders, Mark Weaver, Ben March, along with Mike Lampo. Kicking off for Ansonia, the quarterback, Brent Teodosio. It goes to the player that Holy Cross wants the football in his hands, and that's March. He slips and falls, though, at the 28-yard line. And that's where the Crusaders will take over on offense. First, let's take a look at that offensive line. And there is the strength of the Holy Cross team, that offensive line. And the leader is the center and one of the captains, Mike Minetti, 6'1", 275-pound senior. And now the backfield, the sophomore quarterback, Tom Brunetti, 5'9", 155-pounder. The fullback is Tom Pirelli. Ben March, the tailback, expected to produce a lot of offense for Holy Cross. And the receivers, Ivan Lusick, along with Ben Jacobellis. The give inside, the straight handoff to the fullback. That's Tom Pirelli as he crosses the 30-yard line. Tackled by Pete Kessler, defensive tackle. Let's take a look now at the Ansonia defense. First of all, the front five. A lot of action last year for David Hoyle and Rudy Froelich on that front five. The backers now, and the secondary, Tobias Freeman, a player to watch defensively, along with monster back Ron Linder. And that secondary, that's an experienced secondary in Benjamin, Johnson, and Smith. March, he's taken down, and that's Hoyle on his back, the 6 foot, 255-pound senior captain.
Hoyle comes right inside the gap and just right into the ball carrier. March never has an opportunity to get to the line of scrimmage. Good job by David Hoyle, the senior. He's 225. It'll bring up a big third down for Holy Cross.
Jacobellis out to the left, number 10. I-back formation, third down just underway from here at Jarvis Stadium. Over the middle, it is complete. Brunetti to Jacobellis outside the 40, and that is a Holy Cross first down.
Good job by Brunetti getting to the outside. He sidesteps Teslick there and finds a lane. The receiver comes back to the football, makes an excellent grab right at the 40-yard line for the first down, and the Holy Cross completion puts the ball right on the 40 for their initial first down of this football game.
So the Crusaders have it just underway from here at Jarvis Stadium. March getting outside on the right side. Now he'll cut it back in and he gets close to the 45-yard line before a couple of the Chargers take him down at that point. Freeman along with Froelich on the stop.
Watch Marsh as he comes on the counter. He'll get wide to the outside. You see Latanzio, 77, in front of him. He cuts back very well right here inside, picks up a couple yards before Froelich gets a piece of him, along with help from Andre Smith. So it is about a 4-yard gain for the Crusaders.
Two wide receivers to the bottom part of your screen on second down for the Crusaders. And that is March for some good running room, getting to midfield before he's upended by Freeman.
Good trap block inside. I think it's from John Green, 54. He kicks out right at the hole, allows March to come back up inside. Close to that first down, going to be third and very short. You see head coach Jack Hunt right there talking to his defense. Excellent counterplay that time. Ben March coming back close to that first down.
Lusick to the bottom part of your screen on third and short. And Holy Cross has picked up the first down. That was the fullback Pirelli.
Pirelli just comes right up the gut for the short yardage. Good blocking along the line of scrimmage. You see Tobias Freeman will stop him, but he will pick up the first down. Second first down in this drive for Holy Cross. You see them across midfield at about the 47-yard line of the Ansonia Chargers.
First down for Holy Cross. They have picked up a couple to start this game. McCaslin, the tight end, to the left side, and the quarterback, the sophomore, going back to throw. Brunetti gets it out and completes it down to the 30-yard line. Completed it to Jacobellis, his number one receiver. Lascari on the stop for Ansonia.
Brunetti sits back in the pocket. He gets good protection, then just steps up throws a bullet to the far sideline. Wide open on the sideline for the catch. And another first down for the Holy Cross Crusaders. They're inside the 35 at about the 31-yard line of the Chargers. Good drive for this Crusader offense.
Smith also in on the last stop for Ansonia. That's the tailback. That is March. He is stopped by big Pete Teslick, 6'6", 320-pound senior tackle.
Again, they're going to trap watch 54 green right into your picture, then coming behind it, March on the counter, but this time Teslick and Hoyle do a good job of closing it down. About a half-a-yard loss. Be a second and about 11 for Holy Cross. They started on their own 28, have moved the football now down close to the 32-yard line of the Ansonia Chargers. Get a good look right down that offensive line.
Second down for the Crusaders. The sophomore quarterback back, and we've got a flag and whistles on the play before the play gets underway.
See Sam Toney there, the referee. We'll wait for the signal. He's talking to the Chargers. Going to be against Holy Cross. Movement by that offensive line, and it will cost the Crusaders 5. It will be backed up to about the 37-yard line. One of the things Holy Cross wanted to do was control the football, and they've held the ball for close to 5 minutes here in this opening drive, been able to gather some first downs, and I know Coach Jerry Ciarleglio has to be pleased with his initial attempt here in this first quarter.
Second and 15. Brunetti back to throw over the middle, has a receiver out there. It is caught, a diving catch over the middle.
This is a great catch by number 80, Joe Carmody, as he comes on a slant in. Brunetti just finds him, and look at the extension, the dive, and the concentration. Great catch, and it will be
at about the Ansonia 24-yard line.
About the 24-yard line. It will be about a third and maybe 2 for Holy Cross.
So a third and short for the Crusaders at the Ansonia 23. And the fullback and captain Tom Pirelli straight ahead. And we'll look for the spot.
Pirelli again will just come right over the right guard. He just follows the blocking. Only needed about 1.5 yards for that first down. He is very close as they will unfile and bring out the... He's got it. They don't even have to bring out the sticks, and that's another good first down coming off of that penalty, and Holy Cross now down at about the 21-yard line.
So the Crusaders an impressive opening possession here at Jarvis Stadium. Quarterback is Brunetti. Brunetti back to throw. Throws it into the end zone, but a receiver really not around the football. Closest to the football were Andre Smith and Cortez Johnson of Ansonia.
This is just a fly pattern as he tries to find his receiver who's running straight down the far sideline. There he is with the ball over his head. You see number 7 there, Cortez Johnson, closest to the football. As Eddie said, it'll bring up a second down and 10 for the Chargers. You see a dad and his young daughter here at Jarvis watching this football game early in this first quarter.
Lusick and Jacob Ellis out to the right side. And a straight handoff to the tailback. Gets down to the 19-yard line. That is Ben March, 5'8", 165-pound senior. Fran De Palma on the tackle for Ansonia. Another big one for Ansonia, 6'5", 290-pound senior.
Again, they come on that little crisscross or counter. They fake to the fullback inside, going to the right, and then come back with March. March picks up a couple. It'll be a third and about 7.5 for the first down.
High back formation. Brunetti back to throw. Over the middle. That's been open. This time wide of the mark. It's Johnson covering on the play for Ansonia. And the pass was intended for Carmody. Or is checked at Lusick.
Lusick just comes on the post again. It's just out of his reach. Could not get it at the 5-yard line. It'll be a big fourth down here for Holy Cross as Brunetti just unable to get the completion. Lusick just coming right across the middle. He was hit by Cortez Johnson as you get a look at some of the Pop Warner players who just got through with practice here at this game. Great Pop Warner program here in Ansonia.
So 4th down and obviously 4-down territory they're going for. Brunetti stands in the pocket and completes it at the 5-yard line for a Holy Cross first down. Completed it to Lusick.
Lusick will just post up, runs a curl about 15 yards. Brunetti has a lot of time, gets the ball over the head of the defensive players, and about at the 2.5 to 3 yard line, a great catch by Even Lusick, the sophomore, 5'8", 150 pounders. You see Jack Hunt has to be real concerned with the defense in this first quarter as first and goal for the Crusaders.
First and goal, Crusaders.
Short yardage offense for the Crusaders. And the give and the touchdown for Holy Cross. Let's see who scored it. Might have been Pirelli.
Just a straight-ahead dive by number 27, Tom Pirelli. 2.5 yards for the score. It caps a 72-yard drive. The initial possession of the football game for Holy Cross. They drove it down the field and take an early 6-0 lead here against Ansonia.
And the Holy Cross buddy has a freshman place kicker. Matter of fact, in the first 2 games, in each game he's kicked a field goal. His field goal won against Crosby in Holy Cross's opener. It's Jeff Gomalinski, and he drills it through the uprights for an early Holy Cross 7-0 lead. Timeout on the field, time in for this.
Looking for a kitchen that's distinctly yours? A kitchen that fits your style and your personality? Then look no further than Marilat and Housatonic Lumber. Now through November 17th, come to Housatonic Lumber and save 50% off on Marilat's list prices. Our fall truckload sale is a great time to remodel your kitchen and save 50% on Marilat cabinets. But don't take our word for it. See for yourself. The Marilat truckload sale on now through November 17th at Housatonic Lumber in Derby.
If someone already has cable TV, additional outlets are pretty inexpensive, right?
What's your point?
Let's say I bought a DBS system from you.
Okay.
If I wanted to buy a separate receiver for each set, that could cost a lot of money.
People don't need more than one television in their house.
In fact, each receiver could cost several $100s.
I don't think that's relevant. How is that relevant?
Isn't it true that additional outlets with DBS can be much more expensive than cable TV?
I don't have to answer that.
If you're thinking about DBS, you might want to think twice. Cable TV, still the best value in quality entertainment.
I don't have to answer that.
Welcome back, everyone. So, Buddy, quite an impressive drive for Coach Charleglio and the Holy Cross Crusaders. And Buddy did catch up with Coach Charleglio of Holy Cross before the game, and he asked him how he was prepared to stop Ansonia's wishbone offense.
We're going to really try to gang up on the line of scrimmage a little bit because for the first time in a long time, they're not great throwing the football, but they're good, you know. But if we have to take something away, we're going to try to take away the power game.
We're back, everyone. Now, Coach Jack Hunt of Ansonia declined our invitation to speak. Buddy, an impressive drive, and what Coach Charleglio told me during the week, not that he would like to do it, but he felt that to control the football against Ansonia, he would have to throw somewhat, and really the pass got him down on that drive and eventually the score.
Pass really did. Tommy Brunetti did a great job in hitting Lusick and Carmody for some very big plays on 3rd down to enable the drive to continue. The running game very well performed by Ben March and fullback Tom Pirelli. So they did a great job on that initial possession, and they held on to the football for over 6 minutes. So a great drive.
Then Matt Gray to kick it off. And that is Cortez Johnson, a player Ansonia wants with the football. And the captain advances the football to the 35, and that is where Ansonia will start with their first possession of the evening. Let's take a look now at the Ansonia offense. First of all, on the line, the experience comes on the right side with David Hoyle, Fran De Palma, and Rudy Froelich. In the backfield now, the quarterback, the option quarterback is Brent Teodosio. The fullback is Chris Morrow. The halfbacks are Cortez Johnson and Andre Smith. And the split end is Jarvis Benjamin. The handoff goes to Andre Smith, and the senior captain across the 40 out to the 44. March along with Weaver on the stop for Holy Cross. let's take a look now at that Holy Cross defense. Along the front four, the key player there is the captain, Mike Minetti, a 6'1", 275-pound senior, and now the backers in the secondary. And for the backers, Tom Pirelli and Ben March are the key players. Again, Ansonia will try Smith, and he has picked up the first down as he rolls into Holy Cross territory across the 45-yard line.
The first and 10 Chargers from the Holy Cross 45.
This is just the power to the off tackle, and it's a great job by Andre Smith finding an opening and then almost going the distance. Picks up, as Eddie said, the first down across the 45 into Holy Cross territory. And Chargers are showing you what they do well, and that is run the football. They will run the football all evening if you give them the opportunity. And Holy Cross is going to have to straighten their defense out, and the Chargers will just come at them all night.
Froelich is the tight end to the right side. First down for Ansonia. This time they try Cortez Johnson, and he gets it down to the 39-yard line. And straight ahead power for Ansonia behind that big offensive line.
Cortez Johnson takes down about the 39-yard line.
Minetti was in on that stop, and again, it's just straight at your football.
6 called, 2nd and 4.
Line up, and here we come, and you got to stop us, and that's what the Chargers are going to do.
Ansonia is in a 2nd and short situation. On the option, that is Teodosio, and he pitches to Cortez Johnson, and Johnson just cannot spin out of a tackle by Tom Pirelli. But he's close to another Ansonia first down.
Watch Froelich now come off the tight end spot and make a good block to the outside. Right here, he kicks out, allowing the ball carrier to turn up the field. Cortez Johnson picks up about 6 or 7 on that. It'll be 3rd and very short for the first down. You get a look at the Ansonia cheerleaders on the sideline.
Jarvis Benjamin to the bottom part of your screen. They'll try Andre Smith, and he weaves his way through the center of the line, upended at the 22. A fine run by the captain, Andre Smith.
Smith is very elusive as he comes again. The power to the top side, left side. He avoids tackles. He'll cut back here. Minetti misses him there, and finally Minetti grabs him, pulls him to the turf, but another first down for the Chargers, about the 23-yard line.
So both teams have taken their first possessions and have worked the football smartly down the field. Cross-buck action, that is Andre Smith ending up with the football inside the 20 on the first down carry.
Down about the 20-yard line.
Little counter action. You see big number 73 there, De Palma leading the ball carrier, Andre Smith. Done with the tackle. Picks up about 2.5 to 3 yards. It'll be a 3rd and 7.
This time Benjamin will swing wide to the left side. Froelich tight end to the right. Wishbone formation. They'll option the pitch to Cortez Johnson. He spins out of a couple of tackles, and he gets down to the 18-yard line. March along with War, who came up from the secondary on the stop.
Johnson stops on the pitch right here. The ball a little behind him, and then he just comes straight up the field, shortest distance, straight line. March will pull him to the ground, but he picks up a couple on that play, which could have been a busted play. Great job by Cortez Johnson just getting back to the line of scrimmage and making a couple extra yards on that one. It'll be a 3rd and about 5 here for the Chargers.
And Ansonia will go double tight ends. Froelich to the left, John Morrow to the right. And Andre Smith is going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. March on the initial hit for the Crusaders.
Ansonia's been going to the left side. They go back again, and a pretty good job up top by Holy Cross. Smith tries to bump it to the outside. March gets right to his body. A lot of help from the white jerseys, and it'll be again about a 3rd and a 5 for the Holy Cross defense. Charger there, Jerry Ciarleglio, head coach, on a 4th down is Jerry Ciarleglio talking to his defense. Big play here for the Chargers early in this first quarter.
Well, Ansonia abandons the bowl. The wishbone should say single setback. They're going to throw. They throw it out to Cortez Johnson, and Johnson has picked up the first down, and he's knocked out of bounds on the far side of the field by Jacob Ellis.
Trips. See a lot of receivers at the top of your picture. Benjamin just goes straight down the sideline and just finds an opening. Theodosio gets the ball to him for the first down. Chargers inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line, first and goal.
First and goal for Ansonia, and we've got a little bit more than 1 minute to go in what's been a fast first quarter. Cortez Johnson inside the 5 down to the 3-yard line before the middle of the Holy Cross defense closes in.
Okay, up number 80, Joe Carmody.
Just straight ahead, you see the two lead backs, Morrow and Smith, allowing Cortez Johnson to get inside the 5-yard line, about the 3-yard line, and they are just coming right at you. It's power football for the Chargers.
Wishbone formation, second and goal from the Holy Cross 4. That's the captain, Cortez Johnson, into the end zone. Ansonia score.
Johnson just comes again behind the fullback and the lead back, right up the middle, 5 yards, touchdown Ansonia, capping a 65-yard drive for the Chargers. 40 seconds left to go, and they took about 5 minutes, just a little under 5 minutes to get that first touchdown, capped off by Cortez Johnson, 5-yard run.
Sophomore Adam Richmond to attempt the point after. And Richmond through the uprights, and we are knotted here with 40 seconds left in the first quarter. It is Holy Cross 7 and Ansonia 7.
One pass in that drive, Eddie. The pass to Jarvis Benjamin, big play there on a 4th and 5. The rest of it was just the running game of the Ansonia Chargers, able to go down the field, using that power offense to tie this football game up with 40 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Good drives by both football teams opening up the game.
And Holy Cross will get their second possession of the evening. It'll be Theodosio kicking off again for Holy Cross. Weaver, March, and Lampo, and the Crusaders want the football in number 30's hands. Weaver. A seam at the 40, midfield, 40-yard line before he's taken out of bounds by Ron Linder. So Holy Cross, a great return on the kickoff.
Linder with great foot speed, able to catch up with the runner as coming down, number 36 for Holy Cross does a great job of finding the seam. Looks like he may go the distance until he gets about the 50, and then it becomes a foot race. You see Linder, number 47, coming up from behind. Will finally run him out of bounds at about the 31-yard line, but an excellent opening for the Holy Cross Crusaders.
First down for the Crusaders at the Ansonia 31. That's the fullback. That's Pirelli. And from behind, Rudy Krolish on the initial hit for Ansonia.
Fullback just comes solid off that right side, follows the right left tackle, picks up a couple, be about 5.5 to 6 for the first down, as we should not be able to get this one off before the end of the quarter here.
And the official time is being kept up here in the press box. And there's no time registering on the scoreboard here at Jarvis Stadium. Our first quarter score, Ansonia 7, Holy Cross 7.
Bosco Dodge, the dealership that's service-built. This is Dave Bosco, and this year, Dodge offers the most exciting lineup in the industry, from the friendly neon to the brute force of the Ram pickup. Our customers will tell you, selection, price, service, we've got it all, including the largest, most beautiful showroom in Connecticut. It makes
to remember my daughter's face. I want him to remember.
Jarvis Stadium. Holy Cross is 2nd and 7. They're at the Ansonia 28 after a fine kickoff return. Hoyle taking care of Brunetti.
First time they got pressure to quarterback Tom Brunetti, and Brunetti tries to sit in the pocket. As he steps up, number 63, David Hoyle, is going to take him down for the sack. Be a 3rd and 10 for the Chargers, or for the Crusader offense. Excellent job by David Hoyle, the senior and captain, on that one.
So 3rd and 10, the line of scrimmage, the Ansonia 32. We're just into the second quarter. Cable 10 Sports Valley High School football game of the week. Give to the fullback, that's Pirelli, one of the tri-captains for Holy Cross, and Tom gets the football just inside the Ansonia 30.
And they try to come behind Green on the trap. Good job by Hoyle. It looks like he got help from Teslick and probably Tobias Freeman closing that off. They're going to pick up about a yard, but it's going to be a 4th and long for Holy Cross. Decision here for Jerry Chialeglio, whether to punt the football or to go for it. Looks like he's going to go for it here rather than try and just kick the ball down for the extra 10 or 15 yards on field position.
Holy Cross will send 2 receivers out to the right side with a slot. Brunetti slips as he goes back, gets it down and completes it to Carmody.
He's going to go all the way.
Carmody is going to get into the end zone. Joe Carmody, a 6'2", 195-pound junior.
I like the poise of this young sophomore quarterback, Tommy Brunetti. Just caught the sack 2 plays before this. He sits in the pocket, almost slips there, and then throws a strike to Carmody as he comes over the middle, breaks the tackle there from Cortez Johnson. Great block behind him, allowing him to go into the end zone for the second score by the Holy Cross Crusader offense. 10:31 in the second quarter, and the Crusaders jump on top 13-7.
Matt Malone will hold. It'll be the extra point attempt by the freshman, Jeff Gomolinski. This time it is blocked. No good, but our new score from here at Jarvis Stadium in Ansonia is Holy Cross 13 and Ansonia 7.
Ball goes right into the center of the line. He never got elevation on that one, never had an opportunity to get to the goalpost, but the Crusaders 13-7 here early in this second quarter. 31-yard drive, the pass play, the big one from Tommy Brunetti to Joe Carmody for the score. Crusaders able to mix the run with the pass, but that was just a big play by Tommy Brunetti and Joe Carmody.
And on Holy Cross's first drive, they had several situations where they had 3rd and long and 4th and long, and they converted, and there was the ultimate right there, buddy, in the 4th and long situation.
Yeah, and great poise by the young quarterback to be able to just sit back in the pocket and to find his receiver really wide open in the center of the field, and then Carmody did a great job, got an excellent block and a great job of breaking the tackle from Cortez Johnson to get into the end zone. Crusaders have to be pleased. Jerry Chialeglio has to be over there very, very pleased the way they performed here early in this first half with this 13-7 lead. Their defense now, if they can stop the Chargers, are going to be a football game here.
Matt Gray will kick it off, and he kicks it off deep, and it's a rolling around inside the 10 before it's fielded there by Tobias Freeman, and Ansonia will have the football in poor field position inside their 10.
The good news is the Chargers will not do anything except run it, so they don't have to worry about problems with the pass game, but that ball just rolled by people, and by the time Freeman got it, he was really unable to go anywhere and fell actually trying to avoid a tackle inside the 10. So the Chargers are going to be a long way from the Holy Cross goal line as they start with 10:31 on the clock here in this second quarter.
First down for Ansonia at their wishbone formation, and they'll give it to Andre Smith as he tries to wedge it out, and the senior captain gets it out to the 10-yard line.
Good job inside, closing it down on the counter by Holy Cross. Looks like Carmody along with Minetti, Latanzio inside with the tackle, and it'll be about maybe a yard to a yard and a half gain for the Ansonia offense.
2nd and 8 for Ansonia. They're at their 10 in the second quarter, and Holy Cross is leading 13-7. Theodosio throws on second down, all alone out there. He's got the tight end, Rudy Froelich, out to close to midfield.
Alex War was on coverage, but watch the catch by Rudy Froelich over their shoulders. This is a great throw by Brent Theodosio. And who said the Chargers cannot throw the football? He just hits the big guy, number 81, Rudy Froelich, in stride. Alex War with the tackle, but a big play for the Chargers. The ball out right at about their own 47, 48-yard line. Excellent throw by Brent Theodosio.
And that'll help you with field position. Ball is spotted at the 48. They'll run the fullback and captain. Ansonia has 4 this year, 4 captains. Chris Morrow close to midfield.
Just straight ahead to the fullback, you'll see Latanzio on the back of Morrow as he goes inside. Number 77 for Holy Cross will get the tackle. He'll get help also from Carmody. Picks up about 3, the Chargers do, and it'll be a second and about 7 right at midfield.
Benjamin will come out wide to the left side. Standard wishbone formation. The tight end is Froelich. And the option. And Theodosio has to hold on to the football. Coming through and pouring through the offensive line is Ben March to make the stop for Holy Cross.
This one has problem here as March came on a blitz. He comes right through. Theodosio never had an opportunity to get rid of it. He'll take the sack. Loss of about 5. The ball back at the 45-yard line. Excellent defensive play by Ben March, the senior, 5'8", 165-pounder.
And Jerry Charleglio told me during the week that he didn't feel he could sit back on defense. He had to take some chances defensively and have some stunts. Ansonia breaks the bone on 3rd and long. Theodosio back to throw. He's going to be taken down for a loss from behind. Number 54 for Holy Cross and the captain, John Green.
Theodosio sits in the pocket, and as he tries to move up a little bit, he's back there a while. Green beats his block and comes in for the sack. Again, another loss of 5. It'll be a 4th down for Ansonia. They're going to have
Confirmation number 1.
A young lady there on the sidelines wearing number 46, probably in relationship to a brother that she may have on the football team, and the Chargers are going to take a penalty as they were set and then came up out of their stance.
The Ansonia punter is Jarvis Benjamin.
Against the offense, moving back 5 more yards.
That might be Joe Lascari's sister there, number 46. Not for sure, but maybe. The Chargers are going to be backed up again to their own 35.
Single safety for Holy Cross is Jacob Ellis, and he's standing at his 30. And the snap from the long snapper, Dan Calway, and Benjamin sails it to the 30, to the 28, and Jacob Ellis is taken down immediately. 44 Tobias Freeman on special teams. A great defensive play.
Ball marked at the 30-yard line. Here's the Denver Crusaders.
Excellent coverage by the special teams unit for Ansonia. Holy Cross will start on their 30-yard line. They have had the ball twice, been able to score twice. This will be their 3rd possession of this football game, and not great field position, but certainly not a poor area to start as Ansonia was on their last drive, backed up at their own 8.
Line of scrimmage is the 30, and that's where Holy Cross starts this drive. And that's the tailback, March. And March is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Hoyle along with Teslick and Morrow, John Morrow around the football.
They like to come on that power as they just run the fullback inside Pirelli, and then March comes behind him. Ansonia closes it down. He's Teslick and Hoyle for the stop. About a yard gain for Holy Cross on that 1st down carry.
So the Crusaders have a 2nd and 9 from the 31. Wideouts either side of the field, I-back formation. In play fake, and Brunetti wants to put it up, and the sophomore has a receiver out there off the fingertips of Jacob Ellis, and he was open at the Holy Cross 42.
As Brunetti unloads, Rudy Froelich will unload on him. Watch as he releases. Rudy Froelich just delivers a calling card. Brunetti does get the ball out. A catchable football would have been a great catch, but goes as an incompletion. As you get a look down the Ansonia Chargers sideline, Froelich with an excellent job of getting to the quarterback as he released the football, and it will bring up a 3rd and long for Holy Cross.
Benjamin was on coverage for Ansonia. Play fake, Brunetti. He'll screen it. It's incomplete to March.
This is set up very well, and watch the Chargers as they come in will knock this one down. It's going to be knocked down by number 87, John Morrow. as number 30, Ben March, had a lot of room to run there if he got to that, or if the ball got to him, but it's going to bring up a 4th down in a punting situation for Holy Cross. 6:36 left to go here in this first half. A very quick moving first half.
4th down for the Crusaders, their first punt of the evening. And it's Jacob Ellis who's the punter, and he sails it in the direction of Cortez Johnson, fields at the 35. The wall to the near side. Johnson spins and moves the football down to the 44 of Holy Cross. A fine return by the Ansonia captain. We've got a break in the action, and let's take this timeout.
We've hired world-renowned Swedish chef Sven Morgan to cook his famous flaming Swedish meatballs over Pergo. First, we take a piece of Pergo laminate. The
Cortez Johnson's return of the Holy Cross punt.
Watch Johnson's moves. He avoids a tackle there from March. Watch 80. Carmody is going to be left holding on to something there, and it isn't Cortez Johnson. Johnson with an excellent return to about the 44-yard line.
And Ansonia with great field position. They run Cortez Johnson, and he bowls over tacklers as he gets the football down to the 23. It is Lusick on the stop of Johnson.
Lusick will actually run into Johnson as he tries to cut back. Johnson will come back to the near side here, and he'll just run into 20 by accident. He never saw him, or Johnson may have had an opportunity to avoid it. Picks up about 7 on that. It's going to be a 2nd and about 3 for the first. Well, it's even closer than that. It's tough to pick up the down marker over there. It's very close to that first down. We're going to get a measurement here as the ball's on the 34-yard line of Holy Cross.
Well played first half and an exciting high school football.
To that first down, and in the old days, I'd say you might see Ansonia here go for a big play, the pass with the 2nd and short, but with this offense, probably they're just going to continue to pound the football right at the Crusader defense.
2nd and inches, wishbone formation. The fullback is Chris Morrow, and Smith and Johnson are the halfbacks. Johnson, first down and more, down to the 25 as he drags Crusaders with him. Taken down finally by number 75, Jay Dunn, defensive end.
Big hole here for Cortez Johnson as he breaks through. You'll see Dunn come from his defensive end position, get a piece of Johnson, but again, Johnson will pick up about 8 yards on that.
First down for the Chargers at the Holy Cross 25. Teodosio has a soft middle, and the senior quarterback for 2 to the 23. The hole closed quickly, though. Latanzio on the initial hit for Holy Cross.
Good job by the quarterback, just picking up a couple yards on that. As Eddie said, soft middle, and it'll be about a 2nd and 6 for the Crusaders, or for the Charger offense.
They're going to run Cortez Johnson, and he slips inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. March on the stop for Holy Cross.
Johnson cuts back inside, picks up a couple extra yards before he's taken to the ground. About a 3rd and 4 for the Ansonia Chargers, just inside the 20 at about the 19-yard line.
Wishbone formation. The 2nd back gets it. That is Andre Smith, and he is going to pick it up if he gets a favorable spot as he's taken down just outside the 15-yard line. And 77 getting up, buddy, is Latanzio. Go ahead.
A little bit of a counter. David Hoyle with a good block at the point of attack. You see Latanzio got the feet of number 9, Andre Smith. We've got a Charger, Ansonia, or a Crusader down right there. That's Tom Pirelli, one of the captains, a senior, 5'9", 225. We hope it's not serious. He looks like he's in a little bit of pain right there.
And if that is Pirelli, Coach Charleglio can ill afford to lose his two-way player and one of the captains for Holy Cross.
Jerry Charleglio there with him, along with the training staff. He was down in the middle of the pile that time. Doesn't look like it was a leg or any part of the lower body, and they're just standing over him. Hopefully it would be nothing more serious than maybe just getting the wind knocked out of him, but he took a pretty good hit there on that last play. They're talking to him, and they're just letting him take his time. They're really not doing anything more than just trying to get him up. Hopefully it was nothing more than a pretty good hit, and he'll be able to get back into the football game.
Well, he's up on his feet, and that's a great sign, Captain. Tom Pirelli getting a fine round of applause from the Ansonia side. Of course, we're in the press box up here at Jarvis Stadium. It's always good when a player gets up under his own power, a little on the wobbly side. 4th and inches for Ansonia at the 15-yard line. Teodosio is the quarterback, and they give to Smith, and he's picked up the first down, and Smith into the end zone. Ansonia touchdown. Andre Smith broke out of a few tackles and got in from 15 yards out.
Short yardage situation, and the Chargers just come right at you. They come over the left side. Smith breaks a number of tackles. War can't get him. You see number 36 trying to get a piece of him also. That's Weaver, but Smith into the end zone from about the 15-yard line for the second Ansonia score, and now the all-important conversion as we are tied up here 13-13 with 4 minutes and 27 seconds left to go in this first half.
And Adam Richmond to unknot the game if his kick is true. Teodosio is the holder. The kick is up. It's good. And Ansonia, with 4:27 remaining in the first half, has taken their first lead of the evening. It is Ansonia 14 and Holy Cross 13.
Great drive by the Chargers. The drive set up by the punt return by Cortez Johnson, and then the Chargers able to just take it and run the football into the end zone for their second score. And their wishbone certainly is been highly touted, and so far they have not disappointed anyone who has been here. They've really been able to run the football right at the Holy Cross defense, into the strength of the defense, and made positive yards pretty much on every play.
Well, Jack Hunt told me during the week that if his team is in a 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3 situation, they're going to run the football. That's not what we have seen from Ansonia in the past years.
No, and they pretty much staying on schedule as they've been able to get the drives mounted. You see the ball being sat down on the tee like a pancake in it, usually because the kicker just wants to get the football down, and it will turn and do some crazy things on the way down.
And I don't think they want to kick off to Ben March either, and March is a player that can hurt you. One of the up men for Holy Cross returns the football to the 35-yard line, and let's see if we can get the number. That was Ivan Lucic.
Tobias Freeman is going to make the stop here on the ball carrier, puts the Crusaders on their 36-yard.
First down for the Crusaders. 2 wideouts either side of the field. We've got a new fullback in place of the injured Tom Pirelli. As March gets the call on first down, he gets it outside across the 40-yard line. Linder on the tackle for Ansonia.
Savati's the new fullback. You see again Green with a great block on Morrow, allowing Ben March to turn up inside, pick up a couple yards. Great job by John Green, the senior 5'9", 205-pounder, as he's been pulling all night and getting openings for both March and Pirelli as they carry the football.
Second down, I-back formation. The pitch on the option, that's March, and March gets it outside, and a great tackle coming up is Cortez Johnson. Otherwise, March would have had the first down.
Just the lead option. Quarterback comes out, no fake, makes a pitch. You see Silvati coming around the corner. Froelich can't get a piece of March, but watch Cortez Johnson with a great tackle, as Eddie said, stopping him just short of that first down. Pop Shortle celebrating his 75th birthday in very short time. You see him on the sidelines.
I thought it was his 55th.
Could be.
3rd and short for Holy Cross. March, he's stuck at the line of scrimmage and driven back by the Ansonia defense. Freeman along with John Morrow on the initial hit.
Straight ahead blocking follows the fullback, and he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage. He's going to come up short of that first down. Good job by the Charger defense, as they will force Holy Cross to kick them the football. We've got plenty of time here, 2:30 left to go for the Chargers to mount another attack, as they are up here 14-13 as we are late in the second quarter.
Punter is Jacobella, standing at his 34. And he's going to throw on a punt formation. And it is dropped by Carmody on the other end. He had a completion to Joe Carmody, who dropped the football, and a break for Ansonia.
Jack Hunt takes a deep breath on that one, as the Holy Cross Chargers, or Crusaders, pulled one out there, going for it on fourth down. Unable to make the completion, and Carmody just unable to hold it, and the Chargers will have excellent field position at their Holy Cross 45-yard line, and plenty of time here in this first half to score another one.
2:15 remaining. Smith will go in motion, and Teodosio will throw. He'll throw the home run pass downfield in the direction of Andre Smith. Single coverage. Step for step went the Holy Cross defender. That's Alex Ward. Incomplete pass.
We've got a penalty on this one. You see Brent Teodosio just step back and heave it, trying to get deep down the field. Just unable to come up with it is Andre Smith, and it will go as a second down here, although the penalty looks as if it is going to go against the Chargers. And you see Sam Toney there will signal a holding penalty against Ansonia, and the Holy Cross will refuse it and take the down there, as you get a look at one of the Chargers on the sidelines. Get that sweat and heat rising off the top of his forehead.
That's Ron Linder. Defensive monster back for Ansonia. Second and 10 for Ansonia at the 45 of Holy Cross. Waning moments first half. Again, Smith will go in motion. And Teodosio to put it up. He screens it to Smith. A middle screen. Smith to the 20, to the 10, and inside the 10-yard line on a screen from Teodosio to Andre Smith, and Ansonia as a first and goal.
Watch Smith. He'll go in motion. He's at the top of your picture, and then he'll just come right back into the center of the formation. Great job by Brent Teodosio selling the screen, as there was no one underneath this one. And watch now, number 9, Andre Smith does it all as he puts the motion, or the feet into gear here. He's going to be dragged down by Alex Ward, but a great run inside the 10-yard line for Andre Smith.
First and goal for Ansonia. They're going to try Smith, and Smith will get into the end zone for the third Ansonia touchdown. Andre Smith from 8 yards out.
Smith just comes over the left side again. He follows Morrow and Cortez Johnson into the end zone. Just a great job by Andre Smith on that one, as he took the screen pass down to the 8 and carries it in for the third Ansonia touchdown. The Chargers now with a 20-13 lead here in this second quarter.
Adam Richmond to attempt the point after, and he kicks him with something to spare. It's through the uprights, and Ansonia has taken a 21-13 lead. 1:42 remaining here in the first half at Jarvis Stadium.
Andre Smith deserves to take his helmet off after that drive, as he pretty much did it all on that Ansonia score, setting it up with the screen and then going in from 8 yards out to cap the 45-yard drive after the attempt by the Holy Cross Crusaders on a fourth down play where they were unable to make the completion on the pass, giving Ansonia excellent field position. And Jerry Ciarleglio may be thinking about that one tonight as he drives back on the bus, as he allowed Ansonia excellent field position. The Chargers able to convert and to go up here 21-13. Holy Cross, though, on the positive side, only 8 points out of this football game, have played a very, very outstanding first half on offense. Defensively, they've got to get it together a little bit, but on offense, they're right there with the Chargers.
And Teodosio kicks it out of bounds the near sidelines at the 32, and Holy Cross has a few options. One of those options is the one most likely taken by high schools, and that's to take the football at the 35. And then the 35, and who am I to argue? Theodosio will kick it off, and again it's going to roll out of bounds about the same spot, and if the Crusaders elect to again penalize Ansonia 5 yards, Theodosio will kick it off from the Ansonia 30.
If they took the penalty once, I think they're going to force them to kick it again. See Jack Hunt there on the sidelines. Bobby Lisi just beside him to the right. We're going to do this one again as Holy Cross is going to force Ansonia to kick the football for a third time.
Ball we mark back to the 30-yard line.
So we'll see if the Chargers can get this one right, or if the Crusaders are willing to accept the ball if it goes out of bounds at the spot where it goes. As you see the pancake kick, as we said, it goes a lot of different ways, and he's going to set it up on the tee this time and kick it deep.
Double safeties for Holy Cross, Mark Weaver along with Ben March. End over end, this will stay in bounds. That is March, and March is drilled on special teams.
March run down by number 32, Quayton Jackson.
32 for Ansonia on special teams. The sophomore, Quayton Jackson on the stop.
March tries to get up the field. Watch Jackson. He gets down the field very, very quickly, number 32. The ball is down at about the 31, 32-yard line, so the Crusaders will actually lose 3 from the point that they had it at the 35, and they will be first and 10. Not a lot of time left to go here. About 1:37 left to go in this first half. Don't look for Holy Cross to make a mistake here.
First down for the Crusaders at their 32. Brunetti, the sophomore, back to throw. To the near sidelines, it's a wobbler, but it's complete to Jacob Ellis out to the 42-yard line. Smith.
Sidelines, as Eddie said, it's a wobbler, but it gets the job done. Ball caught there, coming back to the football. Number 10 does a great job. That's Jacob Ellis coming back to it. Picks up about 8 yards on that one as Holy Cross will take a timeout here as you get a look at some of the fans. Very pleasant evening here. Had a little rain earlier tonight, but right now it's just a beautiful evening here at Jarvis Field.
This field always drains well, but we're really not even talking about that because it's really been the pesky kind of rain this afternoon, and really nothing to hurt the playing surface out there. And again, even if there were a downpour, this field takes rain as well as any field in the state of Connecticut.
See the measurement there, and it's going to be a first down for Holy Cross.
Buddy, I've been very impressed with Tom Brunetti stepping in at the quarterback job for Holy Cross. 5'9", 155-pound sophomore. He has shown he can throw the football.
Great poise in the pocket also, as he's gotten drilled a couple times, but he stays in the pocket, finds his receiver, and gets the ball to him. It's not a pretty pass, but he gets the job done. He's a young sophomore, and he's going to be around another couple years for Coach Jerry Charleglio, and we know that Holy Cross brings their players along slowly, and this young man's got a lot of football ahead of him here at Holy Cross.
When we resume play here, we will have 1:28 remaining left in the first half. A very entertaining first half. Ansonia leads it 21-13 in this Naugatuck Valley League battle. I-back formation. The fullback is the sophomore Salvati, and Brunetti's going nowhere. He is stopped, and let's see who first got to him. It is Tobias Freeman who first gets to the quarterback.
Brunetti will come on the lead option and does a good job right here of not making a mistake. Chargers were all over him. He's unable to get it off. Holy Cross back in their 2-minute offense.
Brunetti will throw it out, and it is almost picked off by Andre Smith off his fingertips. Brunetti was going for Jacob Ellis.
Almost intercepted on the play by number 9, Andre Smith. Bring up a third down, third and about 13.
Brunetti made a mistake that time. He's very fortunate that Ansonia did not come up with the turnover. Andre Smith had the opportunity. It'll be a big third down here for Holy Cross, and with not a lot of time here and with a long distance, I don't think they're going to do anything foolish.
3rd and long. They give on a straight dive to March. There's a loose football on the play. Let's see if the play was ruled dead.
Just a straight ahead dive play to the tailback. That's March coming inside. He's on the ground when the ball comes loose, so it'll be a 4th down for Holy Cross, and they're going to punt the football.
We've got just under 1 minute to go here in the first half. Our Cable 10 Sports Valley High School football game of the week.
Chargers have done a great job in conserving the clock. They're going to have about 50 seconds when they get the football back. And again, the way they move the football, 50 seconds is certainly enough time for Ansonia. Enjoying a 21-13 lead here with 1 minute left to go in this first half of football.
Smith and Johnson back deep for double safeties for Ansonia. Jacob Ellis to punt it away, and I don't think he's going to be throwing any forward passes out of punt formation this time. Jacob Ellis at his 27. Gets it off. And Johnson will watch it sail and come to rest at the 33, as where the Chargers will get the football with 49 ticks remaining here in the first half.
Excellent punt that time by Jacob Ellis, kicking it away from Cortez Johnson, preventing the return. It's going to force Ansonia to go 66 yards for the touchdown with under a minute here in the half.
They'll swing Jarvis Benjamin out to the left side out of your picture, and they'll send Smith in motion. And a little scissors action. It goes to Andre Smith. He tackles, gets away from a couple of the defenders, and does not want to go down, but does go down at the 47. A fine effort by Captain Andre Smith.
He'll pick up the first down, then he'll stop the clock as, again, coming back underneath is Smith from the motion. Just breaks a lot of tackles here. Not a good job by Holy Cross on the tackling. You'll see him finally cross the 45 and get to the 46-yard line. Ansonia ready to go with their 2-minute offense.
Teodosio can throw the football, and out of a passing offense, he fires short to Andre Smith, Lusick on coverage for Holy Cross. But Teodosio, keep in mind, they might be running a run-oriented offense. The senior can throw the football.
Tries to get the swing man in the flat, and it's way behind him, unable to make the catch as the ball was thrown out of the reach of Andre Smith. It'll bring up a 2nd and 10 at Ansonia's 47-yard line. We've got just about 23 seconds left to go here.
Morrow is the single setback on the passing formation. Over the middle, he was attempting to go for Froelich. The pass was deflected at the line of scrimmage. We've got a flag come in the Holy Cross secondary.
I think Rudy Froelich was being held as he went by the deep back, either Weaver or War. We'll see what the call is, but it's going to go against Holy Cross. Watch Froelich from the top of your picture, number 81, as he comes off the line. Right here, as he comes down the field, he gets popped there by the inside linebacker, and that will cost Holy Cross 15 yards, and it will put Ansonia inside the 45 at about the 36-yard line, 37-yard line of Crusaders.
20 seconds remaining in the first half, and once again, we remind our viewers that is official time being kept up here in the press box at Jarvis. 3 wideouts, single setback, and a screen to Jarvis Benjamin, the junior, to the 25, inside the 15, close to the 10-yard line. Does he get out of bounds? It looks like he got out of bounds.
No, he didn't get out of bounds, but he does get movement from the down markers. See if
we stop the clock.
Just a screen outside. A lot of people in front of this one. Again, a great job by number 1 for the Chargers, Jarvis Benjamin. You see him close to the out-of-bound marker, and you're going to get the clock wound. Chargers have under 10 seconds.
Teodosio to throw. He swings it out. It is incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Rudy Froelich. We're down now to 8 ticks remaining. Keep in mind that Ansonia, if they elect to, have an excellent field goal kicker themselves in Adam Richmond.
I think the Chargers have at least one more timeout, so they do have an opportunity to run the football here if they choose to and still get a timeout with another play. See Brent Theodosio going to the sideline, back into the huddle with the play from the coaching staff on the side.
Second down for Ansonia. Theodosio, straight drop, throws it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ansonia, to the tight end, Rudy Froelich, from 13 yards out.
Froelich just comes right across the middle from his tight end position. He's got an inside release. Theodosio puts it right into his numbers. Great catch. You just don't see the catch there, but a great catch by Rudy Froelich for the 4th Ansonia touchdown.
Adam Richmond to attempt the point after. Richmond again converts. He's been perfect on the evening. I believe he's been perfect on the season. Our new score here at Jarvis Stadium in Ansonia is Ansonia 28 and Holy Cross 13.
Chargers have come alive here in the second quarter with 3 scores. They have done an excellent job of being able to really throw and run the football right at the Holy Cross defense for some big plays. Smith, Froelich, Cortez Johnson with some big gains every time they've touched the football.
Theodosio tees it up, ready to kick it off. 3 ticks remaining. It's kicked around there by one of the up men. That's number 52 for Holy Cross. And we have had our time expire here. That was Matt Gray for Holy Cross. Time has expired here in the first half at Jarvis Stadium. Our halftime score is Ansonia 28 and Holy Cross 13. Away from the second half kickoff here at Jarvis Stadium in Ansonia. Buddy Chernovitz with the first half analysis. Buddy?
Eddie, an excellent first half of football. Very interesting. Holy Cross took the opening kickoff. They went 72 yards. Tommy Pirelli capped the drive with a 2-yard run, and at 5:26 of the first quarter, Holy Cross had a 7-0 lead. Ansonia answered right back with Cortez Johnson capping a 65-yard drive for the Chargers. They knotted the game at 7-7. Holy Cross got a great kickoff return, set the ball up at the 30-yard line. Tommy Brunetti hit Joe Carmody to put the Holy Cross Crusaders ahead 13-7. And after that, it's been whole Ansonia as Andre Smith answered with a 15-yard run, and at 4:26 of the second quarter, Holy Cross was down 14-13. Andre Smith came back with an 8-yard run. Kick conversion was good, and Holy Cross was down 21-13. And then Rudy Froelich, just before the end of the half, caught an 8-yard pass from Brent Theodosio. Chargers converted, and they lead at halftime 28-13. Excellent second quarter for Ansonia, as they have really dominated the second quarter of football to take this 28-13 lead.
All right, now you gave us a scoring summary. What do each team have to do in the second half? First possession of the second half. We've had a good one here. The first half at the Jarvis Stadium. Ansonia in that wishbone, and they open up with the wishbone with the same running backs. Cortez Johnson running the football out
all evening and been able to convert when they've had to.
Jarvis Benjamin out to the left side, the second back, and that is Smith, but he is taken down at the line of scrimmage as Holy Cross had it defensed very well. 75, the defensive end, along with Greg Latanzio on the tackle, Dunn and Latanzio.
Dunn and Latanzio, you see number 75 and 77, along with Joe Carmody coming in for the stop. It'll be a big third down here for the Chargers, as they did not get anything, as you get a look at head coach Jerry Cerleglio across the side.
Wishbone formation. Morrow is the fullback. And they'll option. They pitch it. Cortez Johnson against the grain at midfield. The 40-yard line. It is a foot race. March and Cortez Johnson, and score one for Cortez Johnson. As the senior running back goes 45, checked at 55 yards for Ansonia's 5th touchdown.
Watch Brent Theodosio come down the line. Does a great job of getting rid of the pitch there before he gets hit by Dunn. Gets the ball outside. Now watch Johnson with a great move here and then cutting it to the backside. And it's going to be a foot race as he outdistanced number 20 right there. Sidesteps around Lukic. And right now it's a foot race, and it's going to be won by Cortez Johnson. March gives it all he has, but Cortez Johnson right there into the end zone. And the Chargers open up this second half with a big score.
Adam Richmond on the extra point, and the sophomore again is true. 10:35 remaining. Ansonia has gone up by a 35-13 score.
That was not what Jerry Cerleglio and the Holy Cross Crusaders wanted. They did not want to see Ansonia come out and score, especially as quick as this. Great run, 55 yards by Cortez Johnson, as you see Rudy Froelich talking to head coach Jack Hunt on the sidelines. But just a minute and 25 seconds into this second half, the Chargers have gone up 35-13, and I don't think Holy Cross has the weapons to answer back from this deficit.
Theodosio to kick it off for Ansonia. March in the middle. The triple safety for Holy Cross. Football will go to Lampo. Lampo at the 15. And he is going to be leveled. Linder at the 17.
Ron Linder just lines up this one as he comes down the field and makes a great tackle. You see number 47 there, Ronnie Linder, the junior, 6 foot 185. He just levels the ball carrier. Watch Linder just accelerate into the tackle here, and no place to go for the Crusaders as they're backed up inside their own 20-yard line, about the 18. Get a good look at Eddie, myself, and Ryan Coffey, our spotter, right in the middle, who's being blocked out here a little bit.
Get him on the camera.
Holy Cross, a long way to go and a lot of points behind.
First down for the Crusaders. Burnetti's going to put it up. He throws it out there. He had an open Joe Carmody, but it was overthrown. Smith on coverage for Ansonia. Carmody was open.
See Carmody there talking to Jerry Cerleglio as Carmody will bring the next play back into the huddle. The Chargers going right away for a big play as Carmody was open, just could not get the completion. There'll be a 2nd and 10. Ball at the 18 as you get a look at the Chargers sideline and the Ansonia cheerleaders.
2nd and 10 for the Crusaders. The line of scrimmage is the 18. March will try to swing it out wide to the right. The Ansonia defense, however, strings it out and takes down March after a short pickup.
Rudy Froelich on the bottom of that one as March tries to get to the sidelines and turn it up. It's like the old Green Bay sweep, number 77, Latanzio out in front of this one, and then March trying to turn it up. He runs into a lot of black jerseys there. Froelich along with Andre Smith. About a 2-yard gain on that one. It'll be a 3rd and very long for Holy Cross.
3rd and 6, just outside the 21, just into the 3rd quarter here at Jarvis Stadium. Brunetti completes it to Jacob Ellis for a Crusader first down out across the 30.
Great throw by the young quarterback. Brunetti again sits in the pocket, hits Jacob Ellis right across about the 30-yard line for the first down. Excellent throw catch from Brunetti to Jacob Ellis for the first down.
Jacob Ellis, a 5'10", 165-pound senior split end. Lusick out to the left. Jacob Ellis out to the right. And March running the football, and Hoyle bear hugging him after a short pickup. David Hoyle, 6', 255-pound senior captain.
Hoyle does a good job of getting behind the trap block, picking up March as he tries to come through the hole. About a 2-yard gain for Holy Cross. He is second and about 8 for the Crusaders. 8:50 left to go here in this third quarter.
High formation. March explodes up the middle, gets the first down, and close to midfield before he's taken down by Jarvis Benjamin.
March runs right by the blitz. You see number 46, Lascari, coming on the blitz to the outside. It opens up the middle for March. Does a good job of getting down the field before Benjamin drags him to the turf there, close to midfield, about the 46.5-yard line.
That's where they'll spot it. First down for the Crusaders. Their first possession of the second half. Brunetti winds up, throws it, this time well over the intended receiver's hands. That is Carmody, Andre Smith, along with Benjamin on coverage.
Carmody with an arc release just tries to get into the seam. Ball is well overthrown, though, as you see number 9, Andre Smith, the closest person to the football, to bring up a 2nd and 10 for Holy Cross.
Second and 10 for Holy Cross at the 46-yard line. March off the tackle hole, taken down by Smith. March gets it across into Ansonia territory. Smith and Benjamin on the stop.
Again, he follows the fullback, Salvati, and Pirelli has not come back. Salvati has continued in the football game. March finds an opening, picks up good yardage for Holy Cross. It'll be a 3rd and about 2 for the Crusaders.
Lusick out to the left side. It's 3rd and short for Holy Cross. March is an explosive running back, gets out of a few tackles, gets the first down as he gets it down to the 40 of Ansonia. Fran De Palma on the stop for the Chargers.
Watch March twist and turn at the hole. Picks up extra yardage. Again, great leg drive, stays low, able to pick up the first down. Good job by this Ben March, senior, 5'8", 165-pounder. As he's done a great job running the football here for the Crusaders against the Charger defense.
Coming into this game, buddy, March had rushed for 236 yards in Cross's opening 2 games of the year. Breaking the action here at Jarvis Stadium, and let's take our own timeout. Welcome back, everyone. First down for Holy Cross. They have the football just inside the Ansonia 40, and third quarter action. And the straight handoff to the fullback, Salvati. Or check that, that's Kevin Lampo, who's checked into the lineup and gets the football. Kevin Lampo. Check that, Mike Lampo, 5'8", 165-pound sophomore. I'll get it right.
Big play here as it's 2nd and long for Holy Cross. Try and keep this drive going. They're at the Ansonia 38-yard line. Good drive by the Crusaders as they started back at their own 30.
2nd and long now. Brunetti under a rush. Oh, is he leveled? And it's ruled incomplete. His arm was going in a forward motion. But Brunetti, I don't know if he's going to get up from that. Rudy Froelich led the defense.
Under pressure, it's really incomplete pass.
That's the 2nd time that Tommy Brunetti has gotten a major stick by the Charger defense. And again, it is Rudy Froelich, his 2nd big one, as they are getting, the defensive ends are getting to the quarterback. Brunetti, though, give him credit. The young sophomore is sitting back in the pocket, and he's absorbed a few pops, but he's still been able to get the completions.
3rd and long. High back formation, play fake. Brunetti wants to put it up under a rush, gets it off to the near sidelines, incomplete. He had a receiver out there. It was Lusick. Check that, Jacob Ellis off his fingertips. Lascari and Benjamin on coverage.
Coming out is Tommy Brunetti as he just gets the football to the outside. Would have been a spectacular catch here if the receiver's able to come up with it, but out of his reach, and it'll bring up a big 4th down for Holy Cross here as they are at the 37-yard line. They need a big play here.
They'll send Jacob Ellis out to the top part of your picture. Have a slot also on 4th down. Bernetti looking out to the right side. It is incomplete. It'll go over on downs to Ansonia. It was intended for Lusick on the play. The Chargers take over on downs.
I don't think this one would have had first down yardage, even if the completion is made here. Andre Smith is on coverage. Ball is up out of the reach of the intended receiver, and as Eddie said, it's going to go over to Ansonia. So the Chargers will take over at about the 37-yard line. 6:47 left to go here in this third quarter.
Teodosio, the senior quarterback, 1st and 10. They'll pitch to Cortez Johnson.
Bye-bye.
And Johnson at midfield, and he'll be taken down by War, although Johnson drags War a good 4 to 5 yards on the play, down at the 39 of Holy Cross.
Watch Johnson accelerate out of the pitch as he gets to the outside, turns the corner, and then just watch him find a straight line, and then Andre Ward is going to get a ride here. Cortez Johnson drags him down inside the 40-yard line. Just a great run by Cortez Johnson. Great blocking along that offensive line of scrimmage here for Ansonia all evening.
They pitch, and here's a pass play. It's from Smith. They pitched to Smith, and Smith threw out to Benjamin, overthrown on 1st down.
Wait until Andre Smith sees this one on replay to see how wide open Jarvis Benjamin is. He just does not get the ball to him, throws it well out of the reach of Benjamin, but Benjamin had 5 yards on the defensive secondary, and that's what happens when you run all night and then suddenly that pitch comes and the defensive backs come running up, and the defensive team is going to get fooled once in a while on that one, and Ansonia had a chance for a big play.
Benjamin out to the right on 2nd and 10. Scissors action. It goes to Cortez Johnson, brought down at the 45 by Latanzio. 5'9", 210-pound junior defensive tackle, Greg Latanzio.
Come with a crossbuck. You see pretty good block on the defensive end. That's Carmody getting kicked out, and then you're going to get Fisher in there also, number 74 for Holy Cross in on that play, and it'll be about a 3rd and 5 for the Chargers.
They'll send Smith in motion. And Teodosio back to throw. Has the time, throws it. He's going to overthrow Jarvis Benjamin. And War wanted a call on Benjamin. He felt he had been interfered with. Alex War on coverage.
Benjamin will come up the middle. Ball is overthrown, but Benjamin does a good job. As you see, he's just going to try and go through War to get to the football. War held his ground. It'll be a 4th down for Ansonia. If I was a betting man, I'd bet screen.
Froelich sets up as the tight end to the left side. And Benjamin out of your picture now, out to the right on 4th and 6. They'll option on 4th down. And it is Andre Smith for an apparent Ansonia 1st down on the toss from the quarterback.
Watch the block by number 7, Cortez Johnson, the top of your picture. He just sets this up as he just drills number 36 for Holy Cross there, Weaver, and allows the ball carrier to turn the corner on the option, pick up the 1st down. A great block by Cortez Johnson against Mark Weaver.
So the Chargers clicking on all cylinders as they send Jarvis Benjamin out to the right side. 1st down at the 27 of Holy Cross. Scissors action, that is Cortez Johnson. He'll reverse his field, and now he'll go north and south as he picks up almost another 1st down, and let's wait for the spot. The senior running back on a fine running effort. However, a flag dropped on the field.
Cortez Johnson does an excellent job coming back on the counter. Avoids a tackle and then just busts it up inside. Then he just runs the daylight. Right there, he's going to be dragged to the ground, but not before he'll pick up pretty good yardage, although we've got a penalty down, and you'll see Sam Toney here. He's going to walk it off against the Chargers. It's a clip. It's going to move the Chargers back
Penalties against Ansonia.
Right at about the 37, 38-yard line. See Jack Hunt out there asking for an explanation. It'll be a first down, but it'll be a long way for Ansonia, about 22, 23 yards for the first down.
New line of scrimmage is the 38 of Holy Cross. New fullback, that is Tobias Freeman. And a fake scissors play. Teodosio rolls. Now he's going to run the football, and he can run it. Teodosio takes a couple of hits before he is taken out of bounds. We might have a late hit coming up against Holy Cross.
Number 74, Matt Fisher. Number 75, Dave
Teodosio is going to pick up about 15 on this. He fakes to Smith, and then going down to the outside, Teodosio sees an opening, and he comes down, avoids a tackle here. This is where the problem comes. He fights for extra yardage. He just steps out at the last second and gets drilled, and we've got another Holy Cross player down on the sidelines right at the 40-yard line.
While we have a break in the action, buddy, let's go to our third quarter feature. Our play of the week from the Amity Hand of Madison game. And our play of the week is brought to you by Shelton Mitsubishi.
Shelton Mitsubishi's play of the week.
They send Walby out to the left side. And the toss, that is Anderson. Oh, can he run? Anderson.
He's gone.
At midfield, to the 40. A couple of the Spartans in pursuit, and they will take him down, but not before Anderson has brought the football inside the 20. We're back, everyone. It was John Green, one of the tri-captains of Holy Cross. He's being assisted off the field, 5'9", 205-pound senior. And already in this ball game, Holy Cross has had another captain, Tom Pirelli, knocked out. You got two linebackers knocked out, and you're in trouble. Second down for Ansonia, and Teodosio on the option. Smith at the 10. He'll waltz into the end zone. Hold the phone, however. We've got a flag drop at the 20. That might come back.
Very impressed with the speed of both Cortez Johnson and Andre Smith. They are able to get to the outside very quickly and accelerate as they find an opening, getting down the field. But again, a penalty, and you see Sam Toney talking to Holy Cross, and this one's going to go against the Chargers. So that touchdown by Andre Smith is going to be called back.
One of the objects of moving into, there's several reasons for getting into the bone for Ansonia, and one of the reasons was to get Andre Smith in the backfield. Well, let's go to the replay, and then I'll continue my thought.
Just the lead option. He's got two people. He's got Tobias ahead of him, along with Freeman and Cortez Johnson, that open the hole and allow Andre Smith to go down into the end zone. But again, the penalty is going to bring this one back.
Jack Hunt felt that by moving Smith, who's a big player anyway, at 6 foot, 200 pounds, in the backfield, Smith might be able to touch the football 15 times a game. He wants to put the football in Smith's hands along with Cortez Johnson, and it's been successful. They'll screen it to Rudy Froelich, and Froelich will be taken down. No, he's not. We've got all sorts of flags. I don't know if that's a face mask coming up.
Well, I tell you, that was what was called a very high tackle by Alex War. We've seen him just a minute ago get on the back of Cortez Johnson for a little ride. See Sam Toney talking this one over, but it's probably going to go as a face mask against Alex Ward, as he was up very, very high on that tackle. And Rudy Froelich never went down. The whistle blew, but Froelich never went down on that one. So Ansonia did not get an opportunity to really finish that play.
Froelich, one of the best tight ends in the state at 6'5", 210 pounds as a senior. He also really came along last year as a defensive end. Fine two-way player.
Ansonia runs this screen as well as anyone, the tight end screen. You see Froelich just allowing a little bit of a block, allowing the defensive end to slide by. Then he just steps back, catches the little pass from Brett Teodosio, and then watch now as Froelich here is going to get grabbed up high on the helmet twisted around a little bit, and that definitely is a penalty by Alex War. Rolish never goes down, but the whistle does blow, and Ansonia will just pick up the extra yardage on the penalty.
And a new line of scrimmage is a 13 of Holy Cross and a 1st and 10. Morrow back in at fullback. They'll option. That is Andre Smith. He's going to be taken down. It's a great tackle by Salvati there. 5'9", 190-pound sophomore.
Watch again Cortez Johnson. He just punishes people as he comes on the block. Watch him take the guy down, and then when he gets up, he just hits him again, allowing Smith to get around the corner. And one of the great things about a wishbone when it's going well is that the backs block for each other, and Cortez Johnson certainly is blocking for his fellow runners. And I guess you're going to see the same thing the other way, otherwise this bone would not be successful.
2nd down, they're going to send the fullback, Chris Morrow, into the end zone from 12 yards out. Chris Morrow.
Eddie, when you opened the game and said that Ansonia wanted to punish people, one of the reasons they went into the bone, and they are certainly punishing Holy Cross. Their running backs are just coming up and running over people. As again, you see Alex Ward getting another ride into the end zone. But Ansonia now with a 41-13 lead, 3:27 left to go here in this third quarter, and the Chargers have just jumped all over Holy Cross here in this third quarter.
Well, according to Coach Hunt, buddy, it was strictly a matter of the idea of going to the bone, an idea of their personnel. They knew they had big people up front on the offensive line. They knew they had size in the backfield, and they knew that they weren't going to have that quarterback to possibly throw the football 30, 40 yards downfield. Although Theodosio can throw the football.
He can throw the football, and probably you strengthen his ability to throw the ball because he's not being dependent on to be the base of the offense. He's got a lot of people around him. When he throws the football, he has certainly been on target. He's got some good receivers in Benjamin and Froelich, along with the two backs, Cortez Johnson and Andre Smith, to catch that thing when he does have to throw it.
And speaking about being on target, it was Adam Richmond who just converted on another extra point. And our new score here at Jarvis Stadium is Ansonia 42 and Holy Cross 13.
Don't want to get those people who are voting on the player of the game upset here, Edward. We don't want them mad at us. We have a number of people who will participate tonight. And that one's going to go out of bounds, whether he touched it first or not. No, he did not. So it will be another penalty infraction against the...
Ansonia comes back with 35 unanswered points to this point. Running with the football is Weaver on the kickoff, and Weaver out to the 40-yard line, and that's where the Crusaders will put the football in play.
Weaver takes the football and comes straight up the middle, just trying to find a seam. Good coverage by Holy Cross as they will pull him to the turf at about the 40-yard line, and the Crusaders will be again 1st and 10 from the 40, and they've had a lot of people hurt in this football game, and certainly the biggest been Tommy Pirelli, who has been out of that fullback spot and away from the defense since the middle of the second period.
Well, that up back, the fullback is the sophomore Salvati. First down for the Crusaders. And that's a different tailback. That's not March. Morrow in on the stop. 37 is Lampo, the new tailback.
Lampo's going to get drilled right there by John Morrow, and then Teslick gets a piece of him. No gain on that one for the Charger, the Crusaders. 2nd down and long. Again, the cheerleaders on the sideline entertaining the crowd here at Jarvis Field.
2nd and 10 for the Crusaders. We're deep into the third quarter. Our Cable 10 Sports Valley High School football game of the week. Lampo is hit once, and he goes forward. First to get to him was Lascari.
Lascari blew the gap. He stands the ball carrier up behind the line of scrimmage. Watch as Lascari gets a pop into Lampo. Lampo will slip away, but he's going to get nailed again for about a half-a-yard loss. And Ansonia has substituted some people. There's a few alumni here at the game.
Greg Kashuba there, enjoying the football game.
Recently married also, and
Third down. And 11. Brunetti, I like the way he stays in that pocket. And he takes the kid is tough.
He does sit in the pocket.
He takes some pops, but he stays in there and he moves up. He's going to be a fine one for Jerry Charleglio.
Linder will be credited with the tackle. Coming across the middle with a fine catch. Lusick on that one, and it'll be a fourth down and very short.
And just at midfield.
They're not going to get it either.
And unless the forward progress is there, they're not going to get it. They went to the fullback. And he's short of the mark.
Fullback tries to get up in there, and he just gets held by Lascari and company. You see number 77, Teslick, at the bottom of the pile, and the Chargers are going to hold as the Crusaders unable to convert the first down, and Ansonia will take over again. Excellent field position inside of Holy Cross's 49. Minute and 11 seconds here to go in this third quarter.
Ansonia will send Benjamin out to the left side, the top part of your screen. Froelich, the tight end, to the right side. Freeman is the fullback. Tobias Freeman for some good first down yardage. Fisher on the stop for Holy Cross. Matt Fisher, a junior, 6 foot, 200 pounds.
Freeman just comes straight ahead from the fullback position. Does a good job of breaking tackles and picking up about 5 yards on that, about 7 yards.
Second and short for Ansonia. Again, they try the fullback, and Freeman gets the first down. Salvati on the stop for Holy Cross.
Same play again. Freeman just comes right up the middle. Good blocking inside, as it's been there all night. Rowley, Hoyle, De Palma, Petrotsky, Hawks, Froelich, they've just done a great job in opening the holes for the running backs, and the running backs certainly have done an excellent job of picking up the big yardage.
First down, the toss. That is Andre Smith. He's going to be stopped after a short pickup by Carmody, defensive end, 6'2", 195-pound junior.
Ansonia just keeps coming at you. They just keep coming with excellent running backs. If it's not Smith, it's Freeman. If it's not Freeman and Smith, it's Johnson. Then they give you the changeup with Morrow. They have just really pounded Holy Cross here this evening with the running attack.
And we've completed 3 quarters of play at Jarvis Stadium, and our third quarter score, Ansonia 42, Holy Cross of Waterbury 13. Everyone, we're entering the fourth quarter of play and the final quarter of play here at Jarvis Stadium. Ansonia has a 2nd and 6, and they're at the 34 of Holy Cross. And the toss is loose, and it's going to be recovered by Holy Cross. Going for the football was Adrian Freeman. Made a cardinal mistake by trying to pick up the ball and do too much when he probably should have just covered it. And Holy Cross gets the loose football.
Ball is not a bad pitch as Ansonia has substituted a new offense. But right here, Freeman just should have fallen on the football. He allows Holy Cross to get it. And that's one of the reasons why you play young people. They make mistakes, and boy, they'll learn from those mistakes. And also learning in a varsity situation is, again, a great asset to the Ansonia Chargers to be able to play so many people.
Ansonia's the only starter back there is Benjamin. Also in at linebacker for Ansonia, Frank DeShane. We've seen an awful lot of action in Ansonia's first 3 games at the backer spot. And that's number 36 now running out of the backfield. That's Weaver for Holy Cross.
Brought down by number 30, Fred Carter.
Fred Carter on the from the secondary on the stop.
Weaver just follows Salvati. He gets good yardage. Be a 2nd and about 3 for Holy Cross.
Second and short for the Crusaders. Brunetti fumbles the football, had it from the center and then fumbled, and then he dropped on the football. So take a loss, bringing up a 3rd down.
See the ball drop out right after the snap. Good job by the sophomore quarterback, Tom Brunetti, in covering that one. Brings up about a 3rd and 5 for Holy Cross.
Reminder to our viewers to be looking forward to the conclusion of the game. We'll be making our player of the game presentation, sponsored by Seymour Oil. Third down for the Crusaders, and Weaver is stopped in his tracks. Lascari first to get to him. 5'11", 195-pound senior backer.
Lascari again on the blitz, and boy, I'll tell you, Weaver just never gets to the line of scrimmage. Peter Teslick will cover him up. Jack Hunt certainly has to be pleased this evening with the performance of his football team, both offensively and defensively, but that time Lascari just blew the gap and met Weaver as he tried to find the hole. And Ansonia's had great success with linebackers and being able to get their linebackers into the backfield here this evening.
Fourth down situation for the Crusaders. They'll punt it away. And Jacob Ellis moves up, punts it away. On the other end, that's Travis Edmonds, number 8. And Edmonds returns it to the 30-yard line. The senior Travis Edmonds.
Number 77, Greg.
Edmonds avoids a couple tackles here. I thought he was going to get to the outside. Picks up a couple pretty good blocks. Looks like Weaver plays off a pretty good block there from Linder and is able to make the stop right at the 30-yard line. And Ansonia has a whole new group. And there is being married on the Derby Ansonia game right there, Greg Kashuba and his fiancée to Marie Silvestri, who is the cheerleader advisor here in Ansonia. They're going to create a problem for our crew on the Ansonia Derby day.
And Kashuba looking quite pensive there in that shot.
Carry by number 32, Quayton Jackson.
Quayton Jackson on the carry. Manetti on the tackle for Holy Cross.
Just coming off tackle. Ansonia just now really just running the football and just trying to run some time off the clock here, as they have really just outdistanced Holy Cross here in this third quarter.
Robert Lisi, assistant coach Bobby Lisi's son in the football game, now running the football. That is Adrian Freeman for Ansonia. As our charts do not serve us any longer, buddy, we go to the roster.
Nice pitch out of the wishbone, and then coming around the corner, Freeman trying to pick up yardage. Looks like Reese on the stop for Holy Cross. It's always fun time when the substitutes come in.
Well, my charts do not help me now, but you know, these two coaches know what it's all about. They've got their second, and third line players in, and that's what you want to do in this kind of a situation. New quarterback, I forgot to mention, it's Jack Degnan. He can throw the football too. He throws it out to Lisi, and Lisi makes the reception for an Ansonia first down. Robert Lisi.
Not a bad throw here from this young quarterback as he gets the football out to Lisi. Lisi tries to spin for a couple extra yards right here, slips down on the turf as he gets up. His knee had touched, but it is a first down for Ansonia.
Robert is a 5'9", 145-pound sophomore. Degnan is the quarterback. That's Fred Carter running at the fullback spot, and Carter pulls his way down to the 40-yard line, finally dragged down by a couple of the Crusaders.
Carter comes on the little belly and then does an excellent job here of just continuing to get extra yardage. He's finally going to be stopped by number 7, Ed Conway. There on top of that pile, but a great run by the young sophomore fullback for Ansonia.
Let's try to get as many of the players' names as we can for both teams in as many players as we can. As we'll try to set that backfield for you. Lisi out to the left side. Quarterback is Jack Degnan. And they're going to run Adrian Freeman, younger brother of Tobias. And Freeman down close to the 35. Time counting down here in the fourth quarter.
Freeman tries to turn the corner, bumps it up inside for a couple before he is taken down. It'd be a second and about 6 for the Ansonia Charger offense.
Really a JV game at this point. Ansonia switches to an I-back formation. Scissors action. And that, let's see, is that LaRova? It is.
Ball carried by number 48, John LaRova.
John LaRova carrying the football for Ansonia.
LaRova will come back across the formation on the scissors, tries to get and turn the corner. By the time he runs out of distance here, turns it up. Holy Cross done a good job with pursuit as they close it down. Be a 3rd and about 5 for the Chargers.
Lisi and LaRova out to the right side on 3rd down. Degnan wants to put it up. Has good time, gets it out there. It is dropped, however, by LaRova. The pass was there. LaRova drops it. It goes as an incompleted pass.
Great throw by Degnan here as he just steps up into the pocket. He's got LaRova behind the linebacker. Gets the football out to him. Watch LaRova just does not look it in. Ball right in his hands, and it'll bring up a 4th down for Ansonia.
Again, LaRova and Lisi out to the right side. Carter is the up back. Behind him, Adrian Freeman, the deep back. The option, and having to hold on to the football, is Degnan. He takes a couple of pops. The ball, however, will go over on downs. Matt Larrabee on the stop for Holy Cross.
Good job by Gray, I think, number 52 for Holy Cross, just coming right into Degnan as he tries to turn it up the field. And that's Matt Gray. He's a senior, 5'10". He's one of the starters, and he just levels the quarterback as he tries to run the option.
So the football goes over on downs. 4th quarter action, Jarvis Stadium. And we've got a new quarterback in for Holy Cross. And the running back is Lampo, Mike Lampo. He takes a hit. New quarterback is the sophomore Ivan Lusick.
Fred Carter with the pop on that one. Watch Fred Carter, number 30, come up and make a good solid tackle here on the ball carrier. Drills him right in the numbers and knocks him back. Carter's a junior, 6 foot, 160 pounder, an excellent tackle.
Conway out to the left side. And a straight handoff inside to the up back, the fullback, short yardage. That was Salvati. Jason St. Jakes made the stop. Now St. Jakes now in at backer for Ansonia.
St. Jakes again with a solid tackle right into the numbers. Great form tackling here by Ansonia and their young people. That shows you why the Chargers have such a great program, as they are fundamentally sound all around the field on all aspects of the game.
With the football and being taken down. Lusick taken down by Hans Hercule, number 88 for Ansonia.
What a great name. Hercule just comes from his defensive end position. Watch him hog tie the quarterback here. He'll get credit for a sack on that one, and it'll bring up a big, big punting situation for Holy Cross.
And a 4th and, let's say it's 4th and long for Holy Cross. 4th and 13. With 4:26 remaining in the football game. And Jacob Ellis back to punt the football. Now Ben calls timeout for Holy Cross. And with the timeout on the field, let's take our own timeout.
Hi, I'm the coach, George DeMayo, and I'm calling the best deal in town. The used car mart at Shelton Mitsubishi. Sedans, vans, utility vehicles, trucks, even these 2-seaters. The car mart's got them, and they've got financing too. You can't beat the prices at the car mart. They're next to Walmart, so come on down to the car mart.
It'll be Jacob Ellis to punt the football away. 4:17 remaining in the football game. Long since it's decided. Jacob Ellis gets it off. LaRova and Carter back deep for Ansonia. LaRova decides to pick it up at the 22, the center of the field. He'll be taken down outside the 25 by number 77, Greg Latanzio.
got a penalty in the middle of this one, and it is going to be against, I think, the Chargers. So it'll back Ansonia up, crossed probably close to the 10-yard line.
We're getting our votes for player of the game, our Seymour Oil player of the game.
The clipping penalty, as Sam Toney signals the clip. You see LaRova picked the football up right at the 20-yard line, and there was the clip right there, number 23. He's wrestled to the turf by Latanzio, and this one will back the Chargers up about the 10-yard line. You should get a look at some of the banners here around Jarvis Field.
And Buddy Ansonia will go to their third quarterback of the evening, the sophomore, the left-hander, Adam Richmond. That name is familiar. Well, he's the younger brother of Luke Richmond. Running the football. And let's see if we can get that back's number. Good yardage on first down.
That's straight up the middle.
LaRova.
LaRova just comes straight up the middle and does a good job of picking up first down yardage. He crosses the 20-yard line. An excellent run by LaRova out of the fullback spot for the Chargers.
Well, Jack Hunt emptying his bench and getting the few remaining players who have not been in the football game in the football game. Richmond will just simply hand it off. We've got a 20 number there. 20, that happens to be Jimmy Pepe.
Salvati will come up and make the tackle on Pepe from the linebacker position. Pepe's able to pick up about a yard. It'll be a second and about 9 for Ansonia. And they have just gotten everybody into this football game here this evening. And Holy Cross has pretty much done the same.
Myrell Pickens in the Ansonia backfield. The Ansonia Chargers going wishbone. Looks to be Carter who's running the football. Check that 32. That's Quayton Jackson running the football. Under 3 minutes to go.
Fullback with a kick out. Cutting back up inside for Ansonia is Jackson. And Ansonia has played an awful lot of people in the backfield.
Wishbone set for Ansonia on third down. Richmond on the toss. That is Quayton Jackson to the near sidelines. He's got very good speed. Tries to get out of a tackle. First to get to him was Salvati, but he bounced off that tackle. Mike Bistrick finally gets him down to the turf.
Pitch to the near side. You watch Salvati, number 44, come up and make the first contact. Good job of getting out of that tackle before Holy Cross finally wraps him up. Be a fourth and about 2 when Ansonia is going to kick the football.
Jason St. Jakes will punt it away, and back deep is Rocco Gentili for Holy Cross. And timeout on the field. A little bit of confusion as Ansonia tries to get that punt team settled. We've got 1:45 remaining in the game. It's been long since decided. Basically, Ansonia with 35 unanswered points after Holy Cross, believe it or not, had a 13-7 lead in the first half here at Jarvis Stadium.
The score that the Chargers got the last minute of the half, the pass to Rudy Froelich, may have been the play, but certainly the opening drive of the second half was really what put the game away when Cortez Johnson put Ansonia up 35-13. That really was the key to this football game. The last two scores, and the Holy Cross Crusaders really have not had the depth to be able to play with Ansonia here in the second half.
Now St. Jakes gets it off. It's a high punt, short punt, and it takes a Holy Cross roll, and it'll come to rest at the 39 of Ansonia. Down there by number 42 of Ansonia, that is Manny Caldwell. Buddy, a reminder to our viewers that we will take next week off. We'll recharge our batteries, and We'll be back with you, our Cable 10 viewers, in a couple of weeks. And that's going to be a big one, a traditional game. It's going to be Seymour up at Naugatuck, a couple of weeks away. First down for Holy Cross. Lusick is the quarterback. And Lampo back to the line of scrimmage.
Ryan Wood, number 64, in on the stop for the Chargers. He's a sophomore at 5'11", 212 pounds. He just blew in there, stopping the ball carrier, and a good job by Ansonia's defense. Both their first, their second, and probably into the third team here as they're playing here tonight.
Handoff, that is Gentili running the football out of the deep back spot, and he gets it across the 40 to the 37-yard line. We play out the string here. Jason St. Jake's on the tackle.
He'll get help from number 72, Keith Nelson, but St. Jake's and Nelson on the stop. Ball at the 38-yard line, and we are very close here. 35, 34, 33, 32, 30.
We know you can count down.
As long as I'm reading the scoreboard.
Third down. And again, it's Gentili straight up the gut, and that probably is going to do it. As I think we're going to just let time run down. We're under 20 seconds. And Ansonia will go to 4-0 on the season. The Crusaders drop to 2-1. As Holy Cross doesn't have to come out of the huddle. That's it. Our final score from here at Jarvis Stadium in Ansonia. Ansonia 42 and Holy Cross 13. Back with our Seymour Oil Player of the Game presentation right after these words. Player of the game, one of the captains of Ansonia, a player that had an awful lot to do with this win. 2 touchdowns in the first half. Andre Smith from the Ansonia Chargers, our Seymour Oil Player of the Game. First of all, a couple of presentations. Andre, the plaque.
And the T-shirt.